Good afternoon, students. Now we'll see the levy and collection of taxes. In the section, the levy and collection of this section 7 to 9. So first we'll see the section 7, subsection 1 and A. All form of supply of goods and services made or agreed to be made for a consideration in the course, furtherance of business such as sale, transfer, barter system exchange, license, rental, lease or disposal. In the section 7 and subsection 1 and B, importance of service for a consideration whether or not in the course or the furtherance of business. In the section 7 sub 1 and C, supply specified to be treated as supply made or agreed to be made without a consideration. In the schedule 1, permanent transfer, that is disposal of business assets for which ITC has been availed. Supplies between related person, distinct person in the course of furtherance of business, the gift of less than 50,000 the value of financial year by employer to employee not to be in the treated as supply. Section 7 sub 1 and D, activity to be treated as supply of goods and service of service schedule 2. In the section 7 and sub 2, activity not to be considered as the supply, activity transaction undertaken by local authority as may be notified. The scope of supply, the section 7 of CGST Act, transfer, any transfer of title in the goods, any transfer of right in the goods or undivided share in goods without the transfer of title, any transfer of the title in goods wherein the property in goods will pass at a future date upon payment of full consideration. Land and building is a lease, tenancy, easement, license to occupy land. Any lease or letting out of the building, including a commercial, industry, residential complex for business of commerce, either wholly or partly. Renting of residential dwelling for use of residency is exempt. Wide notification. Any treatment or process applied to another person goods. In the supply of scope, section 7 of CGST Act, transfer of business asset, transfer disposal of goods as to no longer to form part of the business asset whether or not for a consideration. Any person ceases to be taxable person, any goods forming part of asset of any business carried on by him shall be deemed to be supply in the course or furtherance of his business immediately before he ceases to be taxable person. In the section 8, tax liability on composite or mixed supply. A supply consisting of two or more supply, that is a composite supply of two or more supply and one of which is principal supply. Mixed supply of two or more supply, in the treated as a supply of principal supply, that particular supply which attract highest rate of tax. Tax liability on composite and the mixed supply, section 2 sub 30, section 2 and sub 90, section 2 sub 74, means two or more individual supply of goods or service or any combination thereof made in conjunction with each other by a taxable person for a single price where such supply does not constitute a composite supply. Example, a supply of a package consisting a canned food, sweet, chocolates, cake, dry foods, aerated drinks and fruit juice when supplied for a single price for a mixed supply. Each of these items can be supplied separately and is not dependent on any other. It shall not be mixed supply if these items are supplied separately. The taxable liability on composite and mixed supplies naturally bundled, each supply available for supply individually. All supplies can be goods, all supplies can be service, a combination of one or more goods and one more service. The meaning and scope of supply is supply compromise, chargeability to tax, supply characterization, causes to consider. The levy and collection of tax in the subject service goods, goods and service. In the supply, included, implied, excluded. Place, interstate and extrastate. Time, specified for goods, specified for service. Thank you.